the one.
Oh, no. Oh, I wanted to react to this. TrapLoreRoss, so TrapLoreRoss reacted to what did I say about TrapLoreRoss? I didn't say nothing crazy, right? Like, did I? Maybe I did, right? He reacted to me, commenting on his doc. Let's see if we could. Oh yeah. This is right here. So no. Wait. Fuck. Right here. Okay.
You've been upset.
Okay, it says DJ Akademiks calls him out. Which chat? Did I call him out? I don't really know if I called him out. Like, I'm forgetting a little bit what I said, but I feel like I was just trying to have a nuanced discussion about it because I understand. Number one, I'm the nigga who did War in Chirac. Everybody could eat a dick. I don't give two fucks. Like, it happened. I don't care. And I don't care when people talk about the War in Chirac. I only hate when niggas is saying that I popped off because of that. I never popped off because of the War in Chirac. That is not why I became Akademiks. That was a dope niche series that was one of the defining things that I've done in my career. But it's like you saying that I popped off because of Everyday Struggle. I didn't pop off because of Everyday Struggle. You get what I'm saying? It's like, no. It's like you saying I popped off because of my coverage with Meek Mill and Drake. Yes, that's one of the most important parts of my career. But, bro, I started doing album reviews, and I started doing, like, these, like, opinion pieces and, like, news pieces back in 2012, 2013, right? Actually, 2011, I'm sorry. I started back then. So, like, when people say, yo, he popped off because of War in Chirac, I used to, like, try to entertain him. Now I tell all of them to eat a dick. Straight up. Eat a whole dick. So I understand, though, the War in Chirac thing. So I wouldn't ever really shame TrapLoreRoss for some of the things that, what people would call federal. Because, a lot of people are calling War in Chirac federal. Now, I don't remember exactly what I said about his doc. I think all I said was, it's actually, let me play it because I want to react to what he saw because I don't know what I said.
A lot of people I'm cool with have been upset, and it's okay. We don't have to agree about everything. We don't have to be on the same page about everything. I do what I do, and I'm very good at it. Okay, you guys got to do what you do, and you guys, are you good at it or you're not? Well, only time will tell, right? And one person who is very, very, very good at what they do is the guy, DJ Akademiks. Okay, I would always take Akademiks' advice seriously.
Yo, I don't remember criticizing him. I might have to call him on the phone.
When I linked with Akademiks in Las Vegas after I got pressed by mean anything to him, but to me, I was like, whoa, like you just blew my mind. I've locked in with some advice.
I don't judge Vlad for putting out this story. Anyway, TrapLoreRoss has responded after he's made this elaborate documentary saying NBA YoungBoy has 19 bodies. Okay,
elaborate for sure.
Let me quickly jump into.
Baton police are looking into a deadly shooting that claimed the life of a local rapper when unknown.
All the bodies. When I said 19 bodies, you all said it's cap. All the guys on Reddit say, I know where you're gonna find. He ain't gonna find all 19. Bruh, shut up. 19 bodies, you all said it's cap.
Yeah, I think let me just call him. Let me call him because I can't watch this whole thing. Well, actually, I could, but let me just call TrapLoreRoss. He's in LA, right? I'd love to I gotta talk to him about this. All right. Hopefully he hits me back. Okay, I'm just trying to see what I said because, I know I wasn't tripping, but I don't remember me calling him out like, yo, this is crazy and whack. I know a lot of people are trying to say that to him, like, yo, bro, you're the police, this and third. I think my nuanced, kind of conversation about it was, it's a catch-22. Yo, if this dude made a video saying YoungBoy is lying, he's never killed anyone, the fans are going to hate him, right? If he confirms what YoungBoy himself is claiming, fans still hate him. It's a catch-22. Now, the only thing I could think about, and this is before I watch it, so maybe I was drunk when I said it, but usually my drunk mind always speak what I mean. Usually, the only thing I could think about is if you're just being sensationalist and you're like trying to grab things that could be for a good documentary, right? Which is the title, which is 19 bodies. And inadvertently, because you're, maybe reaching and just doing it for a documentary that you know is going to bring in attention, you inadvertently kind of then bring maybe not necessarily unwanted attention, but like you kind of like get this person hemmed up a little bit, but not necessarily, because I refuse to believe any hip hop journalist or whoever could really get you hemmed up if you didn't do anything, but it could inconvenience you, right? Like you don't want people looking at you if, this is just not the truth. But then I got to be also fair. YoungBoy said it himself. It's not like they just randomly claim that or randomly just start researching. But let me hear.
All the guys on Reddit say, "Oh, no way you're gonna find." He ain't gonna find all 19, bruh. Shout out to my team and me, right? Shout out my label, that's me, and shout out my team. It's lit.
The local rapper.
Baton Rouge police say the local rapper was shot and killed at his home at Lakeside Villa Apartments on Wellwood Drive after midnight.
Deadly shooting of a student walking home from school.
Minutes into the doc, all right? And the amount of dumbasses that didn't even watch the video talking about, "Oh, ain't no way he got 19 bodies. Oh, yeah, he just paid." Yeah, I know, he paid, yeah. Over 7 times, never seen my shooter, real grave digger, contract business. Yes, I know, watch. He's literally surrounded by shooters at all times, with a number of the most notorious shooters in the South being affiliated with his NBA or Never Broke Again record label and his alleged fall. Thanks to Rap Empire.
Great job of compiling information. And I still believe that for the most part, unless he's changed his style, he's going off public information. He's not saying, hey, I have confirmed this with the police or I have a source that no one can verify. He is basically regurgitating, but put it in a nice package, what is out there openly. By the way, same thing I did in the war in Chiraq when people thought I had like privy information. No, I knew how to Google. So I guess the difference here is, maybe I didn't do documentary style stuff. So I did like news-based type stuff. So if someone got shot at or someone died, I would just do the video based on that.
I know what I said.
TrapLore, he's getting like a lot of flack because here's the thing. It's one thing to say, oh, let's cover this one incident. It's another thing to drive a narrative that, hey, there's 9.
Yes, I think it was the narrative, right? But then, I guarantee I knew I said this. I know I said this because I think logically, right? Like I'm not like a retarded nigga like Mano and them niggas. The next logical leap would be, well, YoungBoy, you can't blame him for just driving the narrative when YoungBoy himself says 19 bodies, right? So then you kind of look at it and, it becomes a little bit more complex.
19 murders connected to a guy, right? So anyway, he's been getting a lot of backlash.
And so this isn't me arguing with Akademiks, but it's just like, I feel like it's interesting because he's talking about the backlash and it makes sense. But it's like, I just want to keep reminding people every step of the way, like, bro, YoungBoy is the one who said he got 19. If YoungBoy had never popped out saying he got 19 bodies, bro, this wouldn't even be a conversation. This wouldn't even be like this wouldn't be a debate. It wouldn't be a video. It wouldn't have happened. Like, there wouldn't be the many murders of NBA YoungBoy, the 19 bodies for you. There wouldn't be a thing. He said he got 19 bodies. Okay, and I've made it very clear. I already did a response, okay, but I just want to respond to, there's not.
Wait, by the way, I remember also my train of thought too. I then later said, it's very interesting. Is then very interesting. Hold on one second. Okay. My bad, chat. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah.
Not really responding to Ak, but basically just like understanding what somebody who's at the very top of the hip hop culture and is very relevant and important, and somebody whose opinion I value, what he thinks of this whole thing. And I feel like Ak is going to do a very good job of like towing the line as far as like throwing me some bail and defending the fact that I'm doing this for public info, but then also like keeping it real and showing love to the NBA guys that he got. Been saying for 3 years now. I feel like I'm well within my right.
Okay. Now,
that comment was gold. I ain't gonna lie to you. That comment was gold. That comment was just like, oh boy. I've got all the answers. I got all the answers in the get backs. And I'm gonna lie, everyone was hating on me so hard, and then when I did my response, and it was just made in the bottle, bro.
you're the feds, not the rapper who said it. I completely understand.
All right, here we go.
Here's where I see it. I agree with him on rappers being hypocritical, right? A rapper will say, yo, 7 murders in my hometowns, tell the feds I did that, right? Now, when you go make a video about it and actually spell it out, you're the feds, not the rapper who said it. I completely understand where he's saying,
Yeah.
rappers will say something, and even if you think they're just saying it on face value or they're being facetious, they will say it in a way where they're
Now, okay, great. I got the same train of thought, and I'm gonna flush it out a little bit more. I'm a little bit more sober, but again, I keep telling you, it's always the same thoughts. As a hip hop media personality, I've been the person that have been the person to be blamed. It's culturally. I'll give you an example. I don't want to use YoungBoy because we love him and you know, we don't want to speak anything to existence, right? Let's say King Von. King Von was kind of like, you know, hinting a lot to him having 7 bodies. If King Von had gotten arrested, the majority of, and I'm not talking about grown up, higher level conversation, but the majority of the lowbrow Twitter, like, you know, fan pages and people who would just say shit, they'll be like, yo, he got locked up because this nigga over here made a video saying he's the one who killed so-and-so. They neglect to say, wow, our favorite rapper is a murderer. That's not a good thing. And shit, if he got caught, especially if he said it at some point himself, he's a fucking idiot. The blame always goes on the journalist for rappers getting caught. Like, I would see me covering, you know, even a case, or like, you know, sometimes just looking at videos that's available from, like, let's say someone died, and fans would blame you, being the person who's an interested party and media member, for someone getting locked up, rather than blaming the person and their actions and then subsequently admitting to the shit online. And that's a natural thing. Fans do not blame the rapper. Like, King Von fans, right? I'll give you a better example. Maybe not King Von. Most fans don't say, yo, he's in jail because he killed that nigga. They usually say, man, he got locked up because niggas told on him. Man, he got locked up because so-and-so did so-and-so. They never, ever, like, come to terms to say, that nigga's incarcerated because he did the murder. And then he said he did the murder. That led to people investigating him. That led to his girl getting questioned. That led to his girl telling on him. You know what they said? Man, fuck that bitch, man. Why she tell on my nigga, man? They don't think about anything else. That's very normal.
They're standing on whatever, but as soon as you mention it, it's Fed work. Now, there's a few things.
Now, shout out to Ak, because I feel like that's a very level-headed response, and he's actually, you know, taken the time to listen and understand, even though there's just a 2-minute clip. Like, my response and, like, my understanding, because people were just so hysterical when this video dropped. Oh, you're the feds, you're going to send YoungBoy back to jail. Like, bro, if...
All right. What the fuck? I'm trying to call him regular now. Yo, why does TrapLoreRoss have a UK number, bro? Yo, my man's number starts with +44. yo, that's why I gotta call him FaceTime. Nigga, the phone ring differently when you call. I was calling regular, but it was the international code you gotta put before it. Nigga, oh,
Yo,
my boy, yo.
what's going on, man? Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live real quick. I was actually watching your video because I seen the title and I put it on my list. I'm like, I got to react to it. And you said DJ Akademiks called me out. And I'm like, I didn't call you out. But I'm like, but I know I was a little bit lit.
I was clickbaiting.
I was a little bit lit and tired. And I was just like, usually even when I'm lit and tired, I pride myself on like I'm super logically sound that even if I don't flush it out later on or the next day, I could come back and not like fucking just run, like completely abandon. That's the most embarrassing thing, to say something like, oh, I feel this way, and then the next day be like, nah, I didn't feel that way at all. So I'm like, I know logically I dealt with it pretty appropriately, but yeah, I'm glad to get you on. I was watching it, and yeah, I could tell it's a little bit clickbait. Yeah, how have you been feeling?
You know what's funny, man? I feel like the day after I dropped that video, I feel like 4K Trey stands were hysterical. People like, you're the feds, YoungBoy's gonna get locked up. They was acting like the paddy wagon was on the way to YB's house as we was talking. But I feel like once I made that follow up and I kind of explained to people, I was like, look, YoungBoy, he popped out with a song. It's not like he just even said, I got 19 bodies. Like, he done had a whole timeline. There's timelines on Reddit where they go and look, in this date he got 3 bodies, then he got 5, but then he got 7 bodies. He said he had 7 bodies like 2 years straight. He was neck and neck with King Von over the 7 bodies. And then next thing you know, 2022, he got 12 bodies. 12 bodies and 1 child dead. Stop the violence, what I fucking said. There was really 12 bodies and a child dead. Like, so I feel like once he got to 15, he said on my Bobo, he said, yeah, I can, 15 bodies up, tell them fuck with us. He said, I can name 5 people Herm done put down with that pole. Like, he was wilding out. So I feel like it's not that crazy for me to look into this. And then, like, I feel like once I made my response, I feel like people kind of calmed down and they was like, all right, let's check out the video.
Hey, interestingly enough, so I was watching Joe Budden's podcast talk about this. And I thought they were completely off the mark because
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one yet. I need to check in with that one.
They were completely blaming you. They were like, "Yo, this guy's the feds. Yo, he's a snitch. He's trying to put him in jail." And YoungBoy is my guy. But here's the thing. And obviously, I'm a little scatterbrained, like I always am when I start talking. But I always remember after I stopped doing the war in Chirac. You know who hit me up and said, yo, Ak, why'd you... I think his direct words was, Ak, man, you pussy. Why'd you stop doing it? And he was responding to, I was getting backlash, like, I stopped doing it like 2017, right? It's been 8 years, right? And it might be 2016, but I was getting backlash because somebody brought it up, like, remember Akademiks came up all Chicago. And he brought it up to me and he said, yo, why'd you stop doing this, man? You pussy. Basically saying, why did you succumb to the hate? It was none other than Chief Keef. And if you listen to my coverage on Chief Keef, I talked about Chief Keef. I called him Baphomet. I literally, because I was doing it satirically. And since he was the best or most prolific rapper of all the drill rappers, I've heard certain things or whatever, but I kind of painted him out like, this is like this overlord of violence and demonicness. You get what I'm saying? And when he said, why'd you stop doing it? You know what I realized? He appreciated the image that I was putting out there because what none of these people and even fans want to admit, these rappers are living on this image, right? Like, again, you make the nuanced statement of, hey, when you say YoungBoy has 19 bodies, you don't actually mean he killed 19 people himself. You believe that there's 19 murders that through maybe like some affiliates and some other beef that is associated that maybe people he don't mutually like died. Here's the thing. When YoungBoy's rapping, he don't make that distinction. He don't say, like, he obviously one lyric he does, but, for the most part, he's saying, I got it. Like, I'm doing it, which is not true, right? Fans don't say, bro, why are you saying that? The fans want to believe it. Okay, cool. Yeah, Von had 7 bodies. Like, think about Chicago when you get to Lil Jeff. Lil Jeff always said, I don't think these niggas can really rap. But you know what? You know when people were trying to put me on to them, their intro point was, yo, he got 11 bodies. And I'm like... I remember that not being the thing that attracted me to the music back then. It made me attracted to, oh, okay, who are they dealing with? Oh, these are the real steppers, but I didn't think it was good music. Now, that's like a cosign of the music because it tells you it's real. So, you can't really win, bro. Right? Like, again, Chief Keef said to me, you're pussy for stop doing the war in Chirac. You know why? Because me helping to drive home that image that he clearly wanted to have based on what he was saying, and you don't think YoungBoy wants that image, why would he say it? Like, he's not having Tourette's in the booth.
That's facts, man. That's facts.
But
And you know what I wanted to mention as well? I feel like I really appreciate what you said as far as like there is nuance. I feel like if YoungBoy was really out here clapping 19 people, he would have been Rico'd to death. Like he'd have Rico left, right, and center. But also at the end of the documentary, I try and say something with a lot of nuance that people didn't pick up on. Is I basically make the statement that like, look, did YoungBoy kill 19 people? No, but like, did 19 people die about his career? If YoungBoy wasn't the biggest rapper in Baton Rouge, would a lot of these people potentially still be alive? Would things be different? I feel like you can say that. And really, even though you can say, oh, he killed 19 people personally, I feel like it's fair to say he probably got 19 bodies on his conscience. I know he don't feel happy about how shit went in the city.
There's a part of hip hop. I've always said hip hop and black culture to a certain extent is a culture that protects the idea of criminality. It's almost accepted. It's almost like, okay, unless the crime is done to you or your relatives, yo, why are you saying some shit? Like, yo, why are you talking about this nigga doing all these murders? Like, yo, why are you doing it? And it also kind of bastardizes is in a way and babies the people who are proposed or supposed killers or criminals because you feel bad for them, right? Yo, this guy just shot up the entire block. A woman got killed, a baby got killed, but 4 of his ops got killed. Yo, free my bro, man. Free my bro. Free my bro. Right? That's a fact, right? Like, it's no one ever says there's a victim in this. Right? Yo, free my... Yo, think about... I sat here and covered the Thug trial. Man, they were talking about how people who were civilians that lived on Cleveland Avenue were terrified for their life. They would talk about people who got hit with stray bullets based on some of the gang violence. Nobody ever said, yo, that's crazy, man. These niggas out of control, man. We got to get these niggas. You know what they said? Man, free my bro, man. Free King Spider, man. Free King Spider. Because in black culture and hip-hop culture, the victims, unless you know them, they're faceless and nobody gives a fuck. And that's the thing that I always realize. That's why when it comes to blame, the blame doesn't go to that person. There's always excuses, right? Like, I'm listening to the Joe Budden podcast. These are grown men now. These are guys in their 40s and 50s. You know what they're saying? Man, but why you got to keep bringing that type of stuff up? And it's like, wait, hold on. So none of y'all see a problem with the actual people. Like, not one time did I hear one of them say, wow, these 19 people that may have died, even if it's, okay, maybe we could talk about should it be attributed to YoungBoy, but these people, we should care about their deaths. Nobody cares about them niggas, bro. They just care about, bro, you better not get that nigga locked up, bro. You the feds.
Hey, you know why Joe talking like that though? You remember when that beef went down? YoungBoy said he was about to smoke Joe Budden, so Joe Budden ain't trying to be number 20. You remember that beef?
You think so?
I mean, shit. People were saying I was about to be number 20, but listen, what I want to ask you, Ak. This is a big question,
on
right?
the Joe thing,
Yeah.
Yo, I was trying to get Joe to go to So Birdman hits me and he's like, yo, you fuck with Joe? And I'm like, yo, Joe's my guy. I did a show with him. Like, yo, we're good. Like, we're on good terms. He said, yo, I think Joe was criticizing the show or didn't know. He's like, he wanted Joe to come to a show. And he's like, yo, Birdman, if you ever talk to Birdman, he's always like, he talks like he's still in the 90s. He's like, yo, he's like, hey, yo, I get the jet. He said, I send the jet for you and that boy Joe Budden. He got to go see Top perform. And I'm like, so I said, all right, bet I'll hit up Joe. And I hit up Joe, and I don't know, like.
He thought you were trying to line him up, man.
Well, first of all, I would take that very serious. You know, like, no way anybody. I brought Charleston White to a show, and when I realized it might have been not whatever, I made sure, I couldn't do that. I was with Vlad, like, yo, I got to make sure Vlad gets in and out safely, but they love Vlad. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that was a joke.
So am I blacklisted from the YB shows now? Because I probably can't pull up to a YB show no more now.
No. Well, that's why I would say no. The reason why I would say the reason why I would say no is that the fans that are responding. Let me tell you this. I guarantee you, some of the guys that's with Wabi, they probably watched the video. They love that shit. I'm telling you, they're not gonna tweet out that they love the shit, but they love it. You know why? Because trust me, a lot of times, like, you're also finding Easter eggs. Like, these niggas ain't rapping shit just to rap. Like, they're mentioning specific shit that they want people to connect. But a lot of times, the casual fan, it goes over their heads.
Facts. It's like, bro, his crib is called Gravedigger Mountain. So it's kind of like, y'all be calling yourselves the Gravediggers. So I be looking at the graves like, yo, how many graves have you got here in the Gravedigger Mountain?
Now, let me explain you the nuance. I guarantee a bunch of them fuck with it, but let one of them get locked up for anything that's mentioned in it, you're the cops.
Nah, that's right. But let me ask you this. This is a big question I got to ask you. If everybody's so mad at me putting bodies on YoungBoy, why was they so mad when I said Central C ain't have no bodies?
You damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Man,
You damned
I
if
can't
you
win.
If you say this guy don't have any bodies, you're hating.
It's crazy, but I can't win. But at the same time, I feel like, you know what it's like. You've been a controversial figure. You're somebody that I've always looked up to. So it's kind of like you gotta do your thing and stand on it. You know, you was pioneering with the war in Chirac, and that basically unlocked a lot of doors for you to do your journalism and be the biggest voice out here. So I know you got thick skin, and it's part of the game.
What you're doing is, it's a. And by the way, I've been watching you move. You're sitting and you're standing you're sitting in a hot seat, because I'll put it like this. There's times to do real, first of all, the real journalists these days are us. Like, shout out to that little pussy from Rolling Stones who got fired. Kick rocks, nigga.
He was doing a GoFundMe now.
Yeah. He was doing a GoFundMe. You know what I mean? Kick rocks, pussy. You feel me?
I didn't know you could do GoFundMes for losing your job. I thought that was just for like if
Yeah,
someone dies or
man.
if you're
Like,
sick.
yo,
But nah, you
get
get that
out
for
of
the
here,
job.
man. Like, I think he's just a hater. But yo, here's the reality of it. We're the real journalists, if you ask me, because let me tell you this. Most people create articles and write these little things, and they go with the crowd. For you to actually, like when I was doing either the Warren Chirac or sometimes, like, and that's what I'm saying, you're in the hot seat, because I remember where 1090 Jake was. And I don't know how his demeanor is towards it. You're doing content right when people have mixed opinions. If everybody's just liking it, trust me, you're not being a disruptor. You're not, and again, you don't have to do the content necessarily that you're doing, but the path of least resistance is not talking shit or not offending the most popular rappers and their fan bases. You get what I'm saying? And when I was in that role, I had to say things about these guys based on what I was coming up with and seeing that they weren't fond about. Yo, hey, listen, this guy's accused of killing this guy. I know he's locked in with Dirk and him, but he's a piece of shit. That wasn't popular. Saying that, people don't like killers until it's their killer, right? I used to say, Rondo number 9, we need to get this nigga off the streets. I used to say, that's a fact. Oh, this guy's posing with a rocket launcher. He's accusing of killing the cab driver. Keep in mind, so Dirk knew, he had to know that while I liked his music, when I was talking about one of his closest friends, I wasn't advocating for his release. I said, we're safer with him being locked up. It was the reality of it. And that's when you're doing the best type of journalism, as long as it's coming from an honest, not biased place, because most of the people who are personalities and quote-unquote journalists in this game, all they're doing is they're just jacking off the most popular dick to get some bread.
That's why I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Or they're pandering to the biggest audiences just to get some, acceptance. When you could say some shit and you're like, When you about to hit upload and be like, yo, people ain't gonna like this one. You're doing your job. And I'm telling you, only a few YouTubers do it. I think with 1090 Jake, had a right, his heart was in the right place when he was doing, like, trying to expose whatever. He was like one of the first guys doing that. But I think over time, he realized, like, yo, this shit is too much headache. And it is too much headache.
Yeah, everybody I know in this space that is in this little space that we be doing with the the gangster content, everybody says this shit a headache. This shit, it comes with so many problems. It's almost like every time I be getting backlash like this, I'm like, okay, I've got motion right now, but also like this is stress. I got to move different.
No, niggas hate you. Niggas hate you. Niggas hate you. Hey, by the way, what have you said about my man 21 Savage, man?
Man, is he mad?
I can't disclose that information, but
I didn't like how he was dealing with Gunner on that phone call with Doug, talking about, oh, we can clean up his face with the snitching. I thought you was big anti-snitches and rats. You stood on your principles, but then you on the phone with Young Thug talking about, hey, for money, if we extort part of his career and we get better splits from him, why don't you just clean up his snitching allegation? I thought that was a bad look.
You must have said some more shit.
I mean, there was some more shit. There was some shit I did recently he probably didn't like.
Yeah, no.
But then he on a song. Right? There's a song where 21 is on a song with Lil Baby, talking about I'll line your mans up and shake your hand. And then people were saying on the internet, other people were saying that 21's crew had something to do with Baby's mans that passed away.
Okay, I think maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
I'm hearing from numerous people. I can't go to Atlanta. They said Atlanta was too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you on with Savage one day. Yeah, but like this, I would walk you in.
I don't know. It might be too.
I would walk you in Savage's booth. I think we'd probably have yo, get out the booth.
I ain't making it out of that booth. I don't know.
Yeah, but again, here's the thing too. And this is like the thin line, right? The thin line is, for example, all right, and I don't want to talk too much about the Savage stuff or whatever, but like, all right, the Savage Baby, whatever stuff, that's, no one's rapping about it, right? So it's like, it's Reddit talk, but like, neither party are putting that out. Obviously, there's a maybe drill kind of like aspect a little bit, but like that doesn't seem to be the thing. Like YoungBoy is getting on the record and saying 19 bodies. Yup, 19. You get what I'm saying? And then there are certain things that no one speaks about, even though it is industry kind of street talk. And I think they probably look at it that when you bring that to a documentary, it's like, even though obviously the police look at everything, it's like you just saying, hey, everybody start here. I've done half the work. Which, I used to, like, I remember I used to have those type of, dilemmas where people would think I'm reporting shit that is not public. And I'm like, it is public. You just didn't do the Google I did. Because no one calls me. Like, no one was calling me and be like, yo, yeah, that's the nigga who did the murder, bro. Just reported anonymously. Like, I would look at Twitter, I would go to these threads, or I would just go to public information, and I would kind of find whatever I was kind of looking for. So
I've been told a couple times, I won't say who, but there was somebody who I did some content on in Chicago, and they was very upset about the shit that was put out there. And come to find out, they was like, they'd not heard of the Reddit. So they heard the shit in the video from me. And then they like, how the fuck? And then they like, wait, what's this Reddit? And then the next thing they know, they on Sharecology, they like, oh my God, but they're hearing it from me first. So it's like, It's like when, you remember when Adam hopped on live with Wack and he was saying, oh, Ross just sent me this paperwork. Yeah. It sounded like it came from, I was on Reddit reading that paperwork like everyone else.
Yeah, no, I completely get it. Hey, I'll give you one last advice as well, though. I always told people, and when you go down this path, it, number one, it's a dangerous path. Just because, like, not that 1090 Jake don't want to smoke with niggas, but I think it's a little bit easier when niggas ain't be like, yo, that's the nigga who ruined our like, yo, rappers really hated that nigga because his word could end their career. Like they hated him, right? I guess I say that to say I know I'm controversial, and I always tell everybody around me that with that are highs and lows. I remember talking to Van Lathan, and I told him how I roll around, and he was like, "Damn, is that like? Are you happy that you roll around like that?" And I said, "Listen, just like a rapper who got 50 niggas that trying to kill him, he rolling around in bulletproof vehicles. Yeah, I didn't make all this damn money not to be able to hire security. So I'll tell you the same thing. Hey, just don't go out like Taxstone. You get what I'm saying? Like hey, I got in Mano's feelings. I don't know what Mano might want to do. The next time Mano see me, he gonna see me with 6 bodyguards. You feel me? He gonna he gonna have to run up on a wall. And actually, because we're in New York City, 4 bodyguards and 2 off-duty cops. Trust me, them gangster rappers, they tough for everybody else. I asked Shotty and them the first time they ran up on some off-duty cops. They didn't turn out too well.
Yeah, no, I remember how that one went. That shit's crazy.
Yeah,
but hey, there's just 2 more things that I want to mention, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as look, everybody just worships the demon rappers and the body catchers and all that stuff. I did think it was weird that when I said that Central C ain't never do nothing, everybody kind of was mad about that too. But the guy Digger D, Central C's biggest op, he out of jail now. He just dropped a new song called Nonchalant. He talking crazy in that one. I ain't gonna lie. So you know, people need to tap in and find out what's really going. If they want to find out about all the bodies in the UK, the guy Digger D just dropped the song Nonchalant. That shit crazy. And I don't know if you heard about the new guy in Chicago, but there's a new guy in Chicago, a rapper. They're saying he got 12 hats and he's still out here rapping. I don't know if you heard of this guy called Kill Bill.
Oh, really? Hey, chat, let me, or, you know, chat, but also, Trap, let me tell you this. Yo, we live in murderer culture. I actually don't believe most of these guys have all these bodies that's being, you know, claimed. But truth be told, that's the only way you break out. It's as important as the music. So here's the thing. So if Vaughn had 7, and I'm not gonna lie, this is why I know rappers are perceptive. Everyone's like, he's a serial killer for 7. So the next guy, he has 11. Now this guy, who I guarantee everybody's gonna go flock to, he has 12. You know the next guy gotta have 15, right?
Well, YoungBoy already beat everyone with a 19, right?
And by the way, I think YoungBoy is smart. That's why he jumped. He's like, yo, fuck all this shit. I'm not gonna be one more than y'all. I got 19. You gotta go 20. You get what I'm saying? You gotta go.
Hey, I'm thinking when he drops that Slime Cry album, he gonna update the count because I seen a couple things go on since. Like I don't know, it could be 21 on this new album.
Yeah, well, that's why also I think some fans are mad because they're also looking at the Dirk thing, right? Because again, you're saying like I don't believe he did all these things, but people are like, yo, you trying to set him up for a murder for hire. I will tell you this though, there is some discretion, and I know you do a lot of like disclaimers, right? I know you do that. I'll say this. That infamous interview I did with YoungBoy, that I said that he said only drop after I die. Just put it like this, man. Maybe I wasn't that caught up on the music, but after the interview, I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, it was a little bit too. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it there. But
hey, don't let me get my hands on that interview, man. Shit.
Oh no! I ain't gonna get that.
Keep that one in the vault, man.
But yeah, no, yeah. So, how's the interview doing though, or how's the documentary doing?
Yeah, it's been good. You know what's really crazy? It was the last video I did that was super viral was obviously the Ratlanta, just the full breakdown that I did on that. And I would say this is about neck and neck. Like this probably just passed Ratlanta in views. So this definitely something that a lot of people are interested in. I feel like this year I've touched on a lot of different topics and I tried to like really broaden my horizons. I've done a few stories this year that wasn't even hip hop, that maybe wasn't on everyone's radar, but like I feel like with this one, it's just like, look, the biggest rapper in the game right now is YoungBoy, and bruh, he said he got 19 bodies. Like, there ain't no way I ain't gonna look into that. So, you know what I'm saying? And obviously, people are very interested in that. So, you know,
Teen murder
I'm
victims.
definitely getting a lot of more eyes on me than I've had in a minute for sure.
Do you feel like, you know, and I think this is what some people are coming across with it. They feel like, you know, and it happened to me too, right? It's the same reason why they claim that in their minds, I only did the war in Chirac, then blew up to be me. They didn't realize I used to do weekly, multiple album reviews. I did cultural talks. I would do these think pieces, 30 minutes. Then I'll do news topics. And then when I started doing news topics on drill, they say, yo, bro, you got to report the other side. That's when I made the war in Chirac. They act like that's the only thing I did. What's gonna happen, and it's already happening, because I see people trying to criticize you thinking that, oh, he's only obsessed with murders of black men. Right? Like there's no other content that you cover.
Hey, you know what I want to say? For the record, I never get credit for this, okay? People always say, oh, you're obsessed with violence, you're obsessed with murders. My most viewed video of last year, my cat's jumping in the way. My most viewed video of last year was called the 20-year, 50 Cent's 20-year plot to destroy Diddy. So last year, my most popular content was not about violence, was not about gangs. It was about Diddy and 50's feud, which right now is the most trending topic in the world. So I do have other things in my repertoire, and I have covered white people before. I've done 2.5-hour video about Eminem and his wife having a divorce. I've done, 3-hour video about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West having their beef. I've done video about Slim Jesus, the white drill demon from Chicago. I've done a video on Cameron Terrell, the rich white crip from Malibu's Most Wanted. But I feel like people, they're gonna skip this.
They want to skip this clip, man. Yeah, no, I mean, it's also interesting because rap fans have an insatiable appetite for that content. It's not like you're dropping this content like a lot of times and it's not getting engagement. People want that content. People are replicating. I watched a 3-hour video and it's like the many beefs of YoungBoy. And I'm watching shit that I didn't even know, but like, or like I forgot the timeline. And really, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, yo, hip hop content these days, most hip hop content is down. It's mostly the narrative stuff. That's why I think it was a great time for 50 to put out a documentary. It's the narrative documentary, like really wrapping shit up stuff that is still like, really, grabbing people, because there's too much content every day. You know what I mean? Like the reason why I stopped making like these news updates, there was a time I was fasting in the Breakfast Club, and then it became a time that just posting it to Instagram, it was quicker. Right? So I was like, all right, I'm going to save my conversation around the topic for later, but I could do it on a stream. So again, things are changing, but I like where hip hop is at in terms of, this type of content. I guess people just want to see like much more, and everyone has their lane. Like I go to What's the Dirt for like music breakdown. I go to you for the gangster shit. You know what I mean? Like I want to see the real back and not only back and forth, but sometimes these contextual shit that I miss a lot. Honestly, like, and I know these niggas. I literally miss. I'm like, oh shit, damn, that happened. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like not too long ago old when I was think I was watching your video and you were talking about one of YoungBoy's situations. Might have been an old video where he had a situation in the studio with the guy, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot that, but put it into context and seeing later shit, the timeline match. So anyway, I mean, I'm not mad about it, man, but people also got to realize the fans want this type of shit, bro.
Nah, that's facts, man. And at the end of the day, like I would just keep it real. Like I feel like anyone that even doesn't like what I do, you got to admit I'm good at this. Like as far as just doing my research and my digging, I'm not hiding it in the garbage outside YoungBoy's crib trying to snoop through his shit. Like I'm on Reddit, I'm on Google. You know, me and my guys that I work with, like we just good at research, man. And you know, if this a warning, if a rapper wants to, you know, if you hopping out making songs, you got 10. You know, we talking about this Kill Bill guy talking about he got 12 bodies or all this stuff. It's like, bro, I'm going to look into it. And it's just, I'm going to do what I do. I'm not going to get no secret background info. I'm not getting YoungBoy's ops in the DMs, finding out. I'm just on Reddit and Google and listening to all the songs. And, you know, I'm good at what I do. So I know that there are some people that appreciate it, but it's not no disrespect. Like, I wouldn't have no video to make if he didn't make 5 or 6 songs talking about how many bodies he had.
Hey, to crystallize it, I'll kind of at least wrap up what I got to say with saying this. When I did the war in Chirac, I called Lil Reese the Grim Reaper. I made it seem like he was the biggest killer that ever existed on Earth. That he would type LOL and niggas is dead. And that image, that nickname, kind of had so many people. This is why when G Herbo criticized me, it wasn't the criticism that I really responded to. Is that these guys want to have it one way, right? It was partly because media took y'all's stories. Like, again, people, like, I understood why King Von said, yo, y'all got to come to O Block. It's like a resort. Because people who have never been there throughout the world, you're in Switzerland watching all these videos of people talking about it. It's been glamorized that it seems like this huge elaborate thing when it's really not. And it's impossible for you to say, well, TrapLoreRoss or Akademiks is the reason why this, that, and the third happened, you know, wrong in Chicago without also crediting it. Hey, he's helped the music scene that popped off these guys that turned into other stuff. They want to do it one way, where they're like, no. You only cause destruction, and you antagonize things. Well, what about the times that imagine if I did a war in Chirac and said, hey, by the way, Lil Reese ain't never killed nobody. He don't kill nobody. Matter of fact, niggas want to kill him. Imagine how that plays out in the narrative of how people and then imagine I said about that with Keith. Like, yo, yeah, Keith never shot nobody a day in his life, but he do talk tough. He talks tough.
If you were backstage at the Massa tour and you'd said to YoungBoy, hey, YoungBoy, you ain't on shit, right? You ain't never hurt nobody. You ain't never hurt a fly. How do you think he gonna take that?
Oh, yeah, he's crashing out. He's crashing out. No, YoungBoy's a crash out. No, he's a complete crash out. No, like, YoungBoy, you know, I've said this about him many times. Whether I take it sincerely, you know, some people feel like, nah, man, he be just like doing the most of the time. He's most of the times when you're around him personally, he seems like he's down to end it all, which that's kind of scary. But some people feel like that's not necessarily, like, it's almost control, but it don't look controlled to me. It looked like this nigga is a professional crash out, and when I talk to everybody around him, they're usually trying to keep him from doing that. So I won't say necessarily that's every rapper, but let me see. You know, I know Dirk within a certain you know, amount. I know YoungBoy more than Dirk, but if you had said to Dirk, man, Dirk, I know you ain't on shit. Yeah, I don't think no rapper gonna let you say that, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam, bro. No rapper.
I mean, only one rapper from England.
Who?
You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, you talking about Central? I thought you were talking about Savage. I'm like, yo, nigga, Savage.
No, hell no. Hey, we gotta clean that up. We gotta clean that up for sure.
Yes, Savage niggas will kill you, bro. I ain't gonna cap with you.
I believe it.
But
is he mad? Is that what he's mad about? Like, I'm mad you doing videos talking about like we dangerous, but then like we dangerous.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I think he probably looking at what you do as, bro, you're being a detective rather than like, it's different if he rapped about it. Feel me? So it's like, imagine you came back and be like, yo, it's Savage's niggas who did this. And he's like, yo, bro, we don't even talk about that. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the thing with Savage and his people, and me and him, we talk all the time. Like, I talked to him last night, I think. He don't even talk criminality with me. But we talk about regular stuff. But you could tell he's one of the actual rappers who his street shit is not rap shit. Like, there's mad niggas that shit happens in the street and they're like, great, I got content for rap. You know what I mean? He doesn't take, like, he's not dissing his ops that they just got into it on a song. Like, it's just completely different. And I think there's certain rappers like that where you could tell, like, they're not mirroring what's happening in the streets in their music. Then there's certain rappers, they all the way mirror it. You know? Like, they'll basically said, yeah, niggas, like, Dirk does it, right? Like, Dirk is basically like, was basically like he was spot news in rap form. Like, he would tell you, yo, day after my brother died, niggas died. 2 of them. Like he was doing that.
Two of them's crazy. Like, you making it way too hot saying 2 of them.
But
like,
it worked.
There was 2 of them.
Nah, it worked for him. Like, for Dirk, it was very particular and it worked for him. And I think for him, he was doing it on the, yo, since I didn't do it, I could talk like that. Until the feds came and said, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. But, like, I just feel like I feel like it's tricky because I just feel like there's a lot of ego involved, and I do feel like in this rap scene, I feel like there's a lot of like just, you know what it's like, what's the catchphrase, bully the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of guys feel like they got to bully the scene, and it's just kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm easy to bully. I'm a nerd. I got glasses. Like, I'm not tough or anything, but it's just kind of like, you know, I'm sure I've hurt a few people's feelings with the videos that I've done, but at the same time, like, I'm really just the epitome of like a Reddit comment. Like, I'm a Reddit comment in human form. So I'm just reacting to shit everyone else is saying on the Reddit. I ain't outside 21's crib doing research. Like, I'm literally just on Reddit reading shit that other people have said about him.
Yo,
and like,
by the way, and also, and this is not about 21 clearly, but you know, you might know what rapper this is. There's certain rappers, bro, they're literally trying to avoid indictments. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, certain rappers for sure.
No, like, they know they're being investigated, and there's certain, like, I felt like, you know,
dudes will know they're being investigated and still make a song dissing, talking about we did this, we did that, this person got this done to them.
Yo, me personally, I think Dirk came to terms with his fate before. I think right after the interview he did with me, if you listen to his raps, he was basically saying, when I see my future, I see my future in the feds.
Facts, he said that.
Like he owned it. I think a lot of these dudes, as soon as they hear the DA's looking into them, now they're trying to be a choir boy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't go gospel, man.
And then now when you break it down, they're looking at you like, yo, bro, you're making it hot. Like, yo, it's like a nigga hiding behind, yo, he's hiding behind the mic stand. You can see him, but he's just trying to blend in. And you're like, yo, bro, what are you doing over there? And he's like, yo, you're making it hot, bro. You're making it hot. And you're like, yo, you're not even like really hiding, but okay, cool. So like,
you know what I'll say? You know what I'll say on that topic? I've said this one time before, and I feel like no one picked up on it, but I feel like rappers should put their pride to the side and appreciate what I do, because I'm doing you a favor in the sense that, like, if you thinking I'm the feds, really, I'm giving you a teaser. I'm giving you a taste. Yo, if I can find all this is what the feds got more than this. The feds can look on your Instagram, they can tap your phone. No, they don't, but I'm saying they should. It's like, if when I'm putting it out there, rather than being mad at me, you should just take an introspective look and say, yo, this is what's out there about me. This is what I'm dealing with.
Try pull at this. The regular street rapper is stupid. Bro, I'm telling you, I'm going back and forth with Mano. The emotional IQ is 0. The intellectual IQ is still 0. A street rapper thinks that if he says, yo, go shoot him, okay, that's like snitching on yourself. If he says, yo, bro, when you gonna score a goal on TrapLoreRoss? changing one phrase, they're like, oh, the cops will never find that out. So when they start rapping like that and talking in code, and everybody in the world understands it, and you break it down, like for example, I guarantee niggas in Chicago is like you're doing a documentary and you're like, yo, so when he says he has 8 hats, he's talking about 8 bodies. You know, he's like, oh my God, man, you fucking cracking the code for the feds. They would never know I'm talking about murders. That's how the regular street nigga actually believes that when they say one thing that's coded, right? Like, bro, look at a Young Thug trial, bro. What does thug mean? Truly humbled under God. Come on, bro. Like, they think that the cops is stupid, bro. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. You know who killed it? You know who really killed it? I know, obviously, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings with this, but it's like, obviously, when Lil Baby popped out, he said, yo, we ain't 4PF no more. We got a new name. He saw that indictment, he dodged that shit straight away. He said, we ain't 4PF. The feds was like, damn.
Gosh. Yeah. But here's the funny thing, and again, I'm not trying to wish nothing bad on nobody. The street rapper's thought process is, oh, I bet we dodged the indictment. No, you did not. Like, they don't care about they'll just indict both gangs. Like, it doesn't work. It's like after a while they were like, nah, YSL's a label, not a gang. Brother, you're still getting indicted. Like, but these rappers usually act like they're smart, and they'll blame you for cracking the most obvious code. Yo, why you breaking it down in the video when I said I'm gonna boom at my mans that sold me the brick when I got him in the video? Like, why would you say boom means I'm gonna shoot? Nobody would knew that. You're the feds. You're like, so the cops would have never knew this unless I said it. Yeah, like that's how a street rapper thinks, bro.
If that's how they take it, I get you, and that's unfortunate. But like, I feel like this is my PSA to just let the rappers know. Like, maybe I have beyond average comprehension, but like, the feds are a government body with damn near unlimited resources. If they want to build the RICO on you, they're going to tap your phones. They're going to look at your Instagram messages. Like, the shit that I'm putting out there's the least of your worries. So like, don't just stop doing that shit.
They're never gonna like take what you're saying into consideration. They look at the criminals like babies. Yo, he didn't know no better. Yo, it's not him doing a crime, getting caught on 15 cameras with 3 cell phones in his pocket, and he did it in front of a Tesla. That's why he's going to jail. He did it. Yo, you know for a while, right? Oh, man. My phone died. You know I was going to say, yo, you know for a while niggas was saying that I'm the niggas who got Julio Fulio's murderers locked up. And I'm like, I'm the person who did it? It ain't the Tesla camera? It ain't the GPS? It ain't the phone records? It's, yo, what the fuck? But that's how it goes, chat. That's how it goes. So again, I'm not like, I get some people like, they're like, this might be unnecessary content. There's definitely an audience for it. And here's the thing too. I think fans want it to be true, right? They never want to hear that their rapper didn't do nothing. They just don't want them to be caught. All right, I'm calling back. Call back for like 5-10 minutes. Hold on, my phone's turning back on. My bad, chat. Yeah.
Yo.
What I was saying was this. I said there was a time because when the Julio Fulio thing happened and before the people got arrested, I'm on live stream and I'm like, yo, let's like, I'm pulling up Google Maps. I'm tracking his path. I'm looking at stuff. I'm looking at like women's story. You know what everybody said? Yo, Axe solved the crime. Some people saying, yo, Axe the reason why they got locked up. Did you see the fucking trial? They got Tesla cameras. Everybody had 3 cell phones on them. It was so much data and just proof that you get to realize that the reality is that people are stupid, right? So they're acting like you're assisting law enforcement when law enforcement really has so much more at their disposal, and they're way more smart than any criminal. The reality is, though, what nobody want to admit, it's just stupid to do crime in 2025.
Facts, bro. You know what's funny? When I went to New York, I think this one I linked up with you and me, Remo and Adam came on the Academy. I would linked up with a guy in New York who was a mobster. He was like in the Bonanno crime family back in the day. They said he had 2 bodies. He ended up telling and getting out of his case. But he was like a famous mobster who'd be doing interviews. He'd be on Vlad. And he told me, he was like, the game's over with. Ring doorbell cameras killed the whole mob. Ain't no hits. You ain't doing no hits like we was doing back in. He was like 2005. That's like the last little run we had where we could get shit done with the mafia. He was like, it's over with. So just imagine these gangster rappers, man. With the Tesla, we had 5 angles. It was like a Steven Spielberg movie. So, bro, it's over with. Y'all got to find something else to do, man.
Yeah. No, I agree, but it'll never stop. And also, you get to realize, man, the job we do is thankless. That's I always say, do your thing, build your audience, be loyal to your audience, because here's the thing. If you ever be like, you know what, you're gonna not do something or downplay something based on your relationship with a rapper, it's always gonna come back to bite you, bro. Like, because none of these guys give a fuck about you, and fuck being liked. Just do what you're doing as long as it's unbiased.
This was always a really sticking point for me, because there's a lot of people in the UK that just kind of ass kiss Central C, and obviously it was very controversial what I did with that, but I was the only person who jumped out the window and kind of had an opinion on that thing. And the UK is like the most thankless place in the world, let alone this business that we're in. But like, yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of Central C ass kissing that goes on, but people want to have that relationship because they're just hoping that he might bless them with an interview. You ain't giving none of these people an interview. But it's like people will kiss ass and they'll stifle their own success by basically trying to kiss ass and placate a rapper. Whereas like I've always, done pretty well of just keeping it real, doing my thing, trying to move correct and just being honest. And I feel like the people fuck with me because it's like, okay, you keep it real. You be saying stuff that all the other platforms are scared to say because they be having their hand out for an interview.
Yeah. Nah, it happens, bro. It happens. But yeah, hey, listen. The as long as rappers keep putting it out, what people don't realize, and just like what I said, man, the media is a thankless job. We build the narratives. Like the rappers who ain't popping now, I keep saying even with Young Thug, bro, niggas don't believe him no more. Like we heard him pillow talking on the phone. We heard the interrogation video. It's like aura deleted. Like he has to figure out a way if he's going to try to still give that image of this menacing, like, yes, he's quirky and weird, but like he's a street dude. He has to figure out a way to build that. I think also Savage is smart. It's the reason why his shit says, what's his album called again?
Oh, man. Wait.
It's basically like a title that's kind of like hinting towards like he's about to save the street,
Well, American Dream.
No, this new one.
Oh, the new one. I don't want the new one's about to be cool,
hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's called What Happened to the Streets, right? Like he's smart to play on that theory. I could tell you what happened to the streets. What happened to the streets is that we realized the street niggas are phonies. That's the problem. And I never bringing me and his conversations online, but like I was talking to him and I say, yo, Savage, the thing why, because he was arguing with me kind of against that point in a bit, and I said, yo, because. Yeah, well, I can't say anything more. I'll tell you offline, but I can't say it on here. I said to him, yo, perception matters so much, especially for a street rapper. Oh, no, I could bring up the comment because he was like, yo, yo, he's like, I heard your commentary, yo, it's like you were saying you want like it was either Thug or Lucci to like crash out or something, and I'm like, no, that's not what I was trying to say, right? I was trying to say that when you are a street rapper, I said, like, for example, you're a street rapper. When people hear your rhymes about, you know what I mean, he came in with blah blah and he left on a stretcher, nobody knows if you're doing anything or not doing anything. The perception is there. People are gonna paint their own perception. If you overexpose yourself online and showed people that maybe that perception was wrong, your music would be listened to differently. And what happened to most of these street rappers is that based on the internet, and these days everybody can file a Freedom of Information Act request to go see a surveillance video, see some court documents. We just found out these guys weren't who we thought they were. And that lack of perception of them being these super gangsters means their music isn't gonna hit the same. And
yeah, and that's why it's sad, because I feel like a lot of people saw what happened to Dirk and they said, damn, this is sad. They want Dirk to be out here, but also it kind of was confirmation of like, right, all that shit he said on them last couple years worth of songs, that was all what was going on, allegedly.
Yeah.
But like the music hit different now. And it hits different when it's like you find out, oh, this guy's just capping about everything. Or, you know, when people it's a King Von lyric, but it's like when he says like I ain't trying to squash no beef, we into it till you die. It's like, I think Von would have been into it till he dies, but I don't know about certain other people.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And I'm not condoning that. I don't want guys to be into it until they die. I respect it. I feel like the Thug and Lucci thing, that was just very confusing, because when you know the history, it's like, bruh, how is people's mums getting shot up? And that's in the courtroom. But then it's like, I accept and I would promote and celebrate that and say that was good for the city. We can't. You're just going to kill each other endlessly until we're all dead and broken in jail. Like you guys nearly went out sad like that. So you both got a second chance at life. The best thing to come out of that really is that they did squash it. But that was for all the fans that have been getting sold this murder stuff for like 5-10 years straight. It's like, wait, what? But at the end of the day, that is positive, and I got to salute them for that, man.
Yeah. You know, absolutely. So, hey, what's the next documentary, man? Who else got more than 19 bodies?
Man, more than 19 bodies is crazy, but right now I'm kind of choosing the next one. Obviously, you know what it is? I'll keep it real with you, man. Like, you know, a lot of people are telling me I need to do a video on this Kill Bill guy. I don't know if that's going to be the right move right now. Obviously, there's a very big tragedy recently in Stockton, California. You know, EBK J-Bo's crew have kind of been distancing themselves from what's going on.
That's what I was going to say. Out of all the street niggas left, the people with believability still, EBK J-Bo and Pooh Shiesty came out with it as well. Pooh Shiesty.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
If I'm Pooh
Shiesty's
Shiesty,
history is crazy.
Yeah, he better not do too many live streams though. I'm telling you. If I'm a gangster rapper, I would move like Savage. Bro, stay off the net. You probably have a crew of niggas that might be like, you know, the Reddits are gonna create this persona about you.
I'm not gonna lie, those live streams, I know everyone wants to be a streamer now, but if you're not careful, them live streams will fuck around and destroy your aura.
No, of course. Like, if I'm a street rapper, but here's the thing, we don't believe none of these niggas that's on the live streams. You get what I'm saying? If 21 Savage was on a live stream every day, we'd be like, yo, this nigga's kind of, yo, hold on, man. Like, he not what we, yo, half the time I called 21 or 21 called me, he playing 2K for hours. If that was like niggas is watching that every day, niggas would be like, wait, so you not just spinning? Like, people create like these killer mentalities about these rappers. You get what I'm saying? I said that to Savage. I don't know if he was capping though, because we were actually. I said, Savage, you know when niggas hear your music, they think you're doing the shit, right? He's like, it's like, nah, they don't. I'm like, and not saying he not like that, but it's like, he was just like, bro, like everybody's getting older. Like he's like, yo, we're in our 30s now, bro. Like niggas ain't trying to crash out. I'm like, Savage, when niggas hear your music, they think you're killing niggas. They don't hear your music and be like, nah, he ain't like that. He ain't doing that no more. They're not even thinking you used to do it and you stopped. They're thinking you're still doing it now.
Hey, that's mad interesting, right? Because the way you're telling this story, it almost feels like he was surprised to hear that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if his demeanor to it was like just kind of playing around, like, nah, he don't. But he was on some shit like, nah, like niggas is fucking with my music because they like I'm making good songs, and I'm like, yes, you're making good songs, and they still think you're killing niggas. That they believe you. The moment they stop believing you, the songs become a little bit less hot. And he
That's
was
facts.
and like he was like, for him, he was thinking that maybe that was towards the early part of his career, but now it's just all about good music. And I'm like, no, it ain't.
Man, that's a good point, man. But listen, like, regardless of what's been said, man, 21 Savage, one of the best to ever do it out of Atlanta. So he's really on the Mount Rushmore over there, man. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? I got to try and squash it. I'm gonna have to say some positive shit about Savage.
No. We gonna get it together, man. Just, I think with him, he purposely doesn't rap about any real shit going on. So it's one of those where, like, if you're in Atlanta, you probably heard stuff, but like the average fan, they just take it from the sincerity, like not only in his voice, but the fact that he has so much respect among everybody to be like, oh, okay, all right, if he says it, it's going down.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. People been telling me for a minute, yo, we need the 2-3 hour 21 Savage Gang documentary. I've been kind of like, I don't know if it's that time. But what's your vote? What should I'll get off this call and I'll go start working on something. What would you say?
Oh, no, don't do that.
Gay-bo?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah. I'm trying to get y'all cool. Don't do that.
Hey, you got to go do some Warren Chirac homework on Kill Bill, man. He next up for sure.
All right, let me Google this guy. You tell me this guy got 7 bodies, bro?
So they're saying 12. Type in Reddit Kill Bill 12X.
Bro,
I need to see what comes up.
yo, you know what's so crazy? The motherfuckers that how do I find it? The people who believe that is like, yo, come on, yo, you really think a nigga has 12 bodies with Ring cameras and everything now? Like, I get it, like, back in the day. Like, I kind of believe the King Von stuff. Like, right now is like, dog. Now, Lil Jeff, I believe. I think they were just waiting. I think there were probably 5 grand juries out on him. Because there's a video of him actually running down trying to kill somebody. But
they wasn't believing Lil Jeff at the time though. When he was still alive and he got the type in Kill Bill 12X Chiracology.
Oh, Kill Bill 12X.
They're saying he got 12 hats in the collection, man. Anything coming up? It's got to be crazy.
They said this is who Lil Jeff looked up to. Yo, come on.
No, for Lil Jeff used to slide to Kill Bill music.
Man.
Lil Jeff was sliding to Kill Bill music, bro. That's how deep this shit gets.
Is this Kill Bill right here?
Man, fuck, man, fuck, man.
Wait, I can't see it. I'm trying to see it. I don't know if that clip was Kill Bill. Wait, I need to see that one.
No, I think it is.
No, that was Kill Bill. Yeah, that's Kill Bill. Yeah. There's a lot of shit like that. Bro, he got a lot going on.
Yo, you know why I couldn't do the Warren Chirac again? It's the killers that are the stars, and they make the worst music. You could tell. They spend all their time killing. Like,
hey, can you play music on your stream, or is it not allowed? Because you Kill Bill song Footprints, that shit go hard.
It's actually a good song, or you could just connect.
No, it's a good song. It's hard as hell. It's him and his man's Lil Deuce. Lil Deuce unfortunately passed away, but there's a picture of Kill Bill and Lil Deuce, and people say there's 20 hats in that one picture.
Jesus. What about Q50?
I mean, Q50 been trying to say he got 8 hats for a minute, but he's still out here.
So you saying he got 8?
He been saying he got 8 hats. He said he got 8 hats.
Yo, this is crazy.
He said it would have been 10, but 2 of them ain't check.
Wait, 2 of them ain't what? What do you mean?
Check, like check out of the hotel. They're like, damn, 50, is you really up 8 hats? Man, I would have been up 10. 2 of them ass ain't check. He be saying this.
Yo,
He's talking about hats. He's talking about hats in his collection. He's just talking about hats. He would have been up. Two of them didn't reach the checkout at the counter at Lids.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yo, I got a homie. He only listens to like he loves this shit so much. He always brings it to my attention because he's like, yo, Ak used to do the war track, and I'm like, yo, dog, I do not give a fuck about these current niggas who's doing this shit. Actually, y'all know him. It's annoying. Annoying TV, bro. It's like he's salivating.
Yeah.
He's salivating. He's like, yo, this guy, he's up 8 hats. And I'm like, bro, could you stop? And like, he's super, like, he couldn't listen to these guys if they weren't murderers. Like, murderer is the prerequisite, bro.
The youth been hypnotized, man. You know, we need some more positive music. We need Young Thug to pop out with that gospel album he said he was gonna do.
Who did you get?
Wait, how many bodies did Rondo have?
I think Rondo had a couple.
Stop.
He was. I think it was like 2 or 3. But that video I did on 600 is like the guy that really had hella bodies was that guy McAdoo. They're saying he had a bunch of bodies from 600.
He said Q50 shows Dub whose chains he took from Chicago.
I shot a video. I shot a video, and then right after the video, the nigga next to me in the video got his shit took after that. I'm gonna show you out of this video.
Wait, what you mean? You got
I'm making nigga famous, and this nigga wanna be famous and shit. All right, so remember this chain next video, okay?
This chain right here.
Yeah, that chain. Remember that chain next video. Remember this, and now in the video after this, just look at it. Look.
Okay, let's talk about slide. Bitch ass nigga got hit 10 times. Only drill I ain't had no switch. I fucked up when.
He said the only drill I ain't had no switch. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's been a long time since the war in Chirac. Yo, this
You gotta bring it back, man. What is it? It's gonna be like the 10th anniversary, man.
Bro, this is blatant self-incrimination. Like, yo, that was the only drill I didn't have a switch. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, wait, let me show you one Reddit post. Wait, look at this. I'll show you. Let me flip the camera. This a legendary Q50 Reddit post. You see that?
He's updated his hats from. Hold on, let me Google this.
This was 2 years ago. This is when he confirmed his 8 hats, and then he got to the rapping. He didn't need to buy hats anymore.
Yeah.
His head was warm enough. He ain't need no more hats after this one.
This is kind of sick, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Maybe I'm just kind of growing out of it. Like, when I was covering Lil Pappy and them niggas, bro, like, I used to be saying these niggas are savages, but nigga, we didn't have like a fucking kill counter for them.
You know what's crazy? It's funny because there's like quite often I'll be doing videos and shit, and then it's like I'll come across something crazy, and it'll be like there's a few videos you might not notice, but it's like there's a few videos I'll do where it's like you've accidentally covered some crazy shit that's like someone's 7th hat, and it's like you've covered it on War in Chirac, but you've not realized that it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, and Akademiks even covered this at the time, and he said this, and then I'll be like, but that was like hat number 6, and then like they was loving this, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's definitely a few hats, but at the same time, I don't want people to think that like this is something to glorify or glamorize. If anything, it's like I'm actually in shock and like just complete loss of like how this is even real. It's fucked up. So I don't want people to think this is cool or to condone it. But at the same time, it's like if people are out here saying they got 8 hats, like we need to check and see what's going on with that.
POV, Lil Nooney and Jada seen on Twitch together.
All right, man. That's enough killing for me for the day, bro. That's enough killing. Anyway, anything else going on in your world, bro?
Man, to be honest, like really, I'm just kind of like cooling off after this YoungBoy thing. You know, shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. I've been on my second channel, TrapLoreRoss. Like that's where you see the reaction. So really,
I'm just content. I like that.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to get busy, man. Shout out to everybody else that be doing the daily uploads, because I used to upload like once a month, but like I'll be rocking in with the daily uploads, just having fun, reacting to all the news. So yeah, man, and you know, I just appreciate the call, man. Obviously, you're one of the greats, and you know, I was really grateful for popping it in the club with you in Vegas. That shit was lit. Like you know, you showed me a real good time, and a lot of the conversations we had in Vegas really inspired me to just get on my shit with my business and stuff. So yeah, man, always just grateful for what you got to say.
Good, man. When you coming out here to the East Coast?
Maybe in a couple months' time. I'm gonna hit you.
Okay. All right, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, peace.
Take care.
All right. Alrighty then. Sexy Red trying. Yo, is Sexy Red and Chief Keef really fucking, or is this like some internet shit? Chief Keef posts like him having a drink. She said, "Who you on a date with, bitch?"
Your parents have given you some amazing.
All right, man. Let me get out of this goddamn Reddit. These are the most streamed drill rappers of all time. Dirk got 30 billion. Polo G 21 billion. Chief Keef 11 billion. Damn. Wait, Dirk has 3 times the amount of streams as Chief Keef. And King Von is right there with Chief Keef? Wait, hold on. Let me go check. Let me check chat. Artist. Okay, let me just look up Chief Keef. All right, this is only Spotify, but sorry. 6 billion on Spotify. How much King Von has? Oh, wow. King Von is at 5.5 billion. So that's close. How much does Dirk have on Spotify? 14 billion. Ah. Yes, usually Spotify is about half. Wow. So Dirk really smokes everybody. How much does G Herbo have? He has 3.28 billion. I think after about like 2016, other than when did we get like Finito and shit like that and earned it? I think Keith slowed up a bit, man. He did. Still puts out music, it's just that it doesn't go that crazy anymore. It's all good. All right, let me see if I could bang out one more topic. How long have we been on this?